Namaste everyone. My name is Vinay from the Yoga Institute. Today we are going to speak about a very practical, everyday emotion, anger. We are not unfamiliar with it. It's an everyday emotion, especially in crowded metropolitan cities. We get acquainted with this emotion more often than not. Though it is not a very healthy emotion, it is harmful to you, your body, your workplace, your relationships. We all know that. Just to try and understand it, it's just like any other emotion. But anger, it swells up. Some of them it happens very gradually. For some, it just snaps and it comes out bursting through them. So the idea is to be aware of this anger. In yoga, of course, when we start, we say ahimsa. That's the first step, non-violence. To be calm, quiet, non-violence towards others, in yourself, non-violence in action, non-violent speech, non-violence in your thoughts as well. So we have a more amicable, loving, caring attitude towards everything. But in today's world, we live in a fast world where everything is quick, everything is very instant. We want the same day delivery. We want the waiter to take our order quickly. We want our internet speed quite quick. And that builds up impatience in us. That's the world that we are living in today. So impatience and frustration and anxiety, that pents up. And then it comes out in not a very favorable form. It affects our relationships. It affects our work. So one just has to be aware. When we speak about anger management, right? What is management? Management is optimum use of your resources. But in this case, we have to understand whatever we want to manage has to be measured. Measured in the sense we need to be aware. And what is the capacity? What is my limit? We all have limits and all that comes from our sensitivities and our expectations. Our sensitivities to something, our sensitivities to loud noise, light, our sensitivities to traffic, our sensitivities to people's behavior, our sensitivities to everything. And that is what triggers us. But once we become aware what triggers us, we can be able to manage it well. Same with our expectations. We expect things to work in our way. Well, seldom works, but we all know whatever happens outside of us is not in our control. People will behave the way they want to behave. Things will happen. Nature doesn't work according to us. The idea is to be able to manage your emotions, your energies well. Not for anybody, but for the best of you, your best potential. When anger happens, your thinking capacity is diluted. Your intellectual capacity gets completely blinded. That's why anger is called brief madness. That's why people say, I am mad at you. I was mad at that. I became mad. That's what it is. And people say that one has to be very, very careful because you end up doing something under the influence of that heightened emotion. You say or do something that you regret later. So we at yoga say there are many techniques. If you look at it, pranayama, breathing itself, when your mind gets agitated or anxious, your breathing is, shallow and irregular. So our yogis found out that if I control my breath, will I be able to control my mind? Yes, you can. So if you breathe well, slowly, gently, like at the Yoga Institute, there is Yoga Pranayam number 1, abdominal breathing. You just calm your mind down. Chale vate, chale chitta, it is said. As your breath moves, so does your mind. So one who controls the breath can control the mind. Anger is sometimes it's a valid emotion, but the idea is to feel something and everything can be handled in a more amicable way. There is always a more amicable way than being angry about something. Angry words when spoken out can never be taken back. And we regret later because one word getting out of our mouth can completely destroy relationship that is built over the years, a friendship that is built over the years because of a brief moment of anger. So one has to be very, very careful about that. In yoga, there are certain techniques which are called pranayama and meditation. Pranayama, I already spoke about. Meditation, quietening down, sitting quietly, listening to a nice, gentle mantra, chanting mantra, or many such techniques, observing your breath, Nispand bhav, if you practice, it develops a sense of forgiveness, calmness, compassion towards everything. So we at the Yoga Institute suggest certain techniques. At the Yoga Institute, if you look at our app, Nispand, which is one of the most amazing and the world famous app for meditation, you will find a lot of techniques, both for pranayam and for meditation, that you can use in your everyday life. So that's what we suggest. Use pranayama and meditation to have a stress-free and happy life. Thank you very much.